Now the last topic of rotational mechanics, rolling. So rolling is a kind of general motion because every motion that we generally see in a real life are neither totally linear motion not totally rotational motion in most of the cases. So general motion has a characteristic of both linear motion and rotational motion. Example of general motion is rolling. Okay, so in rolling or general motion, which is rolling is an example of general motion. So in this kind of motion we are observing the system from a fixed frame of reference B. Okay, so the frame of reference B is fixed and this is an inertial frame of reference, means the frame of reference B is inertial, means its linear acceleration is equal to 0, its angular acceleration is equal to 0, and when acceleration is equal to 0, this means velocity is equal to 0. That's why linear velocity or tangential velocity is equal to is a constant, and angular velocity omega is constant because acceleration is equal to 0. So whatever the velocity the body is moving is constant. Okay, also since acceleration are 0, that's why torque that is applied on that the frame of reference is equal to 0, and net external force acting on the system is equal to 0. This is the case of inertial frame of reference. Anything inertial means acceleration is equal to 0 and torque and force is equal to 0. Okay, now there is another frame of reference A, which is an non-inertial frame of reference. So the non-inertial frame of reference means it is having some acceleration. Okay, it's not in the inertia, it is having some acceleration. So then frame of reference A is non-inertial, means it has a linear acceleration of A with respect to inertial frame of reference B. Okay, so from the frame of reference B we are observing the motion as a general motion, and from frame of reference A, which is non-inertial having acceleration, and with respect to that frame of reference A the motion of the body is pure rotational. Okay, and this frame of reference is on the axis of rotation which passes through the center of mass of the body. Okay, so since frame of reference is a non-inertial, okay, that's why it is acted upon by an external force which gives a reaction or which gives a motion which keeps the body in an linear motion in which acceleration is equal to ACM. Okay, so m is the total mass of the body and ACM is the acceleration of the center of the mass. Also the external torque applied on the system is equal to I alpha, where I is the mass moment of inertia about the axis of rotation and alpha cm is the angular acceleration of the center of the mass of the body. Now the example of general motion is rolling. So first of all we will see pure rolling, means there is no any slipping happening in rolling. So pure rolling is an example of motion executed by a wheel that is rotating and moving forward at the same time. Okay, so any circular object, whether it's a wheel or a circular plate or a spherical body, a sphere, okay, so they execute pure rolling in a straight path or a straight curve or any curve linear motion. Okay, so in the pure rolling the center moves in a straight line. Okay, this is the center and this is moving in a straight line, which is an non-inertial frame of reference. Okay, so center of mass is a non-inertial frame of reference. Okay, so in pure rolling, the center of mass move in a straight line. Okay, and about the wheel center, about the center, which is also the center of the mass of the body. Okay, it is the rotational motion that is executed. Okay, so with respect to the center, the motion of the body is a rotational motion, and with respect to this point of contact, or which is a instantaneous center for rolling, point of contact is the instantaneous center in case of rolling. So with respect to point of contact or instantaneous center, the body is executing pure rotational motion. Okay, about the center of contact, about the point of contact, the body is executing a pure rotational motion. Okay, now distance moved by the body, it is a circular body. Okay, so in time delta t, the distance moves is equal to delta x is equal to r into delta theta. Okay, so delta theta is the angular displacement or angular distance moved. Okay, and delta x is the linear distance traveled by the body that is rotating. Okay, now we can see here that this is the point of contact. Okay, so about this point the body is executing pure rotational motion, and this instantaneous keeps changing as the body keeps on moving. So instantaneous keeps on changing. Okay, and this is the point of contact. So at the point of contact, velocity is equal to 0. Okay, now it is at a distance r from the center of mass is at a distance r from the point of contact. So VCM is equal to omega into r. Now this topmost portion is having a distance of 2r. That's why velocity of top is equal to 2 into omega r, about this. Okay, so V of the top is equal to 2 omega r. Velocity of the center of the mass, which is this at the center of the sphere or center of the ring or center of the wheel. So VCM is equal to omega into r. Okay, now for any point that is on this disc or this ring or this sphere, any point, you have the velocity is equal to, okay, so any point I will have a velocity is equal to velocity with respect to center of mass and plus velocity of the center of mass, which is with respect to inertial frame of reference. Okay, so at any point you want to have the, when you want to have the velocity of any point, you have to use this, that velocity at any point is equal to velocity with respect to center of mass and plus velocity of the center of the mass. Okay, so this is the VCM, and at any distance, okay, at any distance, what is the velocity with respect to this center of mass, and plus the plus the velocity of the center of the mass will give you the velocity at any point on the body. Okay, any point on the body can be found using this formula. The velocity of any point can be found using this formula. Okay, similarly the position vector. Okay, so position vector is also Ri is equal to position vector with respect to center of mass plus position vector of the center of the mass. Now rolling has two kinds. One is forward slipping and another one is backward slipping. So as we have seen in case of pure rolling. So in pure rolling, the velocity at the point of contact was 0, but in case of backward rolling or forward rolling, the velocity is not equal to 0 but greater than 0 or less than equal to 0. Similarly, the velocity of the center of mass is greater than omega into r or less than omega into r. In case of backward slipping, it's less than omega into r. In case of forward slipping, it's more than omega into r. Similarly, the velocity at the point of contact is positive for forward slipping, and velocity of the point of contact is negative, means in the negative direction of the motion in case of backward slipping. Now kinetic energy of a general motion of a body which is in general motion. So kinetic energy in case of rolling or general motion is equal to half into rotational kinetic energy, means rotational kinetic half into ICM omega square, which is equal to rotational kinetic energy, and this is linear kinetic energy half mva square. Okay, now when you expand it, this v square is equal to omega square into r square. Okay, so now from the parallel axis theorem, okay, we obtained I naught. Okay, so I naught is equal to mass moment of inertia about the point of contact and parallel to the axis which is passing through the center of the mass. Okay, so r is the radius, m is the total mass, ICM is the mass moment of inertia about the center of mass or the axis of rotation, and when you combine these two you get I naught, which is from the parallel axis theorem. Okay, so kinetic energy in combined rotation is equal to half into I naught omega squared cm. So omega cm is the angular velocity of the center of the mass. Now angular momentum concerned with rolling or general motion is equal to LCM plus m into r cross product of RCM into VCM. Okay, cross product of RCM into VCM. Okay, and this angular momentum of the center of the mass is with respect to inertial frame of reference. In the first case we have assumed B. Okay, so this LCM is equal to, this LCM is with respect to inertial frame of reference. Okay, and this is the distance of the point, and this is the velocity, linear velocity of the point or tangential velocity of the point. Okay. Now finally, last topic. So why the body that is rolling gets slowed down in real world? So in real world, when you roll an object, it eventually stops. So why this a stopping phenomenon happens? Because in real world this point of contact is the area of contact. Okay, so it's not just one point that is have a contact with the body, but this point is a surface area, okay, which is in contact with the body. Okay, so from that area we are getting normal reaction from the ground, and this is not in the same line with respect to weight acting. Okay, if it had been a point of contact, then N and mg had been in the same line, but it's an area of contact and mg is acting at a distance from the normal surface reaction. Okay, so now this gives a torque. Okay, so this gives a torque. So in case of this, so the motion is happening in the clockwise direction. Okay, so motion is happening in the clockwise direction, and this torque is acting in the anti-clockwise direction. Now this anti-clockwise direction torque eventually stops the motion or slows down the motion. Okay, and that's why the rolling sphere comes to an halt or finally stops due to this torque happening at the center, which is giving a negative motion. Okay, and finally the sphere stops. Okay, so thank you. So this is the angular velocity, this is the linear velocity of the center of the mass, and this is the torque, anti-clockwise torque, that is stopping the body. So body initially is moving in the clockwise direction, and this torque is applied in the anti-clockwise direction. That's why the rolling sphere slows down. Okay, so thank you.